What's good, fam? This your boy YCFL, aka Marcel, back at it again with that YC for Air Wrestling takes. Man, I saw NXT last night, and let me tell you something. This is like, I gotta give it to Triple H behind. This fool, he knows how to book great pay-per-views. Like I can't get mad about that. The results, I'm cool with 5 of the 6 results, and I'm gonna go over each match and give you my perspective on how I felt about each match. So let's start off with the best match of the night, which was the opener. The two big bohemians, Dominique Dijakovic and North American champion Keith Lee. Now, we done seen these two big bohemians go at it like 100,000 times, and you ask yourself, like, what else can they do? Because, like, they went at it like a gazillion times. You know what I'm saying? Like, what else? Oh. I'm telling people, just don't care, man. Anyway. Yeah, they done went at it like a million times. So you ask yourself, like, what else can they bring to the table? Because we didn't see them do everything. And the two fellas, they went at it. They destroyed each other. They gave it they all, and they pretty much took over the whole show. That's why it's called TakeOver. And at the end of the day, my man Keith Lee actually retained, which, you know what? At this time, you really don't know how to trust Triple H, when it comes to booking black wrestlers. So the fact that he retained it, I'm happy. You know what I mean? Let's move on to the next match, the female match, the street fight between Tegan Knox and Dakota Kai. Now, the girls kind of started off slow, but they was just beating the snot. I mean, they was taking some serious hits. Like, they was getting toe up from the floor up. It was a couple of botches that happened, like, where the girls could easily get injured. But I had a feeling that Dakota Kai was going to win, and she did. But it's unfortunate that the way she won, this new girl, I don't even know her name, Gonzalez, I don't even know who she is. She came out and she could have easily injured Tegan Knox, because the spot was she was supposed to throw her, and the force of her weight was supposed to break the table, but it didn't. And she ended up hitting the table with the side of her neck. And I'm sitting here like, I hope to God that she's okay, because it's very unfortunate for Tegan, because Tegan just, every time you turn around, that girl be getting hurt. So it's very unfortunate, you know what I mean? So like I said, that match, it was decent, you know what I'm saying? I've seen better street fights, but it was okay. Next match, the third match was Johnny Gargano and what's the boy name? Finn Balor. These two, like, all around wrestling, like, they put on a great match. Finn Balor, he got the victory. The right man won. It's just unfortunate that Johnny took another L, and I believe the boys' record is 3-11 all together, because I'm adding his 2 tag team matches that he won, and then there's 1 singles match that he won. So the man is 3-8 when it comes to his losses. Finn Balor came back, did what he had to do, handle the business. And now we move on. We move on to the women's NXT Championship match. Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley. Now, I already knew that Bianca wasn't winning. It's not the thing. First of all, you have to ask yourself, if 2 or more black people is booked on a wrestling show, don't expect both of them to win. Only one can win. That's just how things are. That's how the wrestling industry is. I don't care what nobody had to say. That's how it is. So, we start with Bianca coming out there, and she had on this, queen attire. And when she turned around on the back of her coat or whatever that was, it said, "I'm black and I'm making history." I've noticed something. I've noticed that Bianca Belair is pro-black to the fullest. Like, that girl, I've actually watched a recent interview she did with Xavier Woods, and she was talking about how she read a whole lot of books, especially on, you know, certain situations that involve our people. So this girl, she know what's up, you know what I mean? But this was the weakest match on the card. However, Bianca carried the entire match. Like, Rhea really ain't do nothing. Like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, like, I really don't like Rhea. I think she's just another version of Charlotte Flair, to tell you the truth. And I'm real, you know, I just personally, you know, that's just not my cup. She's not my cup of tea. And I knew she was retaining, you know what I'm saying? But the way how she retained, man, you know, you already know. You know how it works. You know how they get. And we already knew what the backlash was gonna be. So I didn't know this, but apparently we already know she's number one at TakeOver. As of right now, her record is 0-4. Now, the reason why I feel the way I do is because now the fact that Charlotte is there, Charlotte came out there after the match, came out there and she beat the snot out of Rhea. Then she threw Bianca into the steel steps. Now, everybody online tell the Triple H to do the right thing, which is throw Bianca into the triple threat. But here's my deal about that situation. Do I want her to be added to the triple threat? I'm mixed because I don't trust them when it comes to our wrestlers. I'm serious. I can't. They've given me no faith and no hope to depend on them when it's concerning our wrestlers. It's just how it is. It's very hard for me to get behind our wrestlers when I'm telling you, we always outperform everybody in the ring, but we always end up taking the L all the time. And it's very hard for me to get behind our wrestlers because a lot of times you have to also watch the gimmick. I say this all the time in my wrestling videos. I talk about it. I say, watch the gimmick. What is the gimmick of the black wrestler? Are they shucking and jiving? What is it? Are they dancing? Like, that's the typical black gimmick. I always like, man, like, can we get pushed as somebody serious? So, you know, everybody was online going at Triple H talk about, you know, you was wrong and say, always, why we gotta lose all the time. And then, you know, you had the backlash from the white wrestling fans talk about, here you all go making it about race again. And then what's even sadder is Mark Henry coon behind came at some girl. I actually retweeted her thing. I forgot her name. Sorry about this. She said, why the heck that the black wrestlers always got to put over the white wrestlers? That's basically what she said. And Mark Henry talked about, stop it. She's got to get her time. But you keep saying that. We've been saying that about Sasha. We've been saying that about Naomi. We've been saying that about Ember. We've been saying that about almost dang near all the black women on the show. You're going to say keep getting their time, but they never going to get pushed right. It's like, why is it that we the ones that always got to work overboard, but they come in there and get pushed immediately? That's what our people were talking about. And that's why I say it's very difficult when it comes to us watching our wrestlers in wrestling, period. It's very difficult because you don't know if we're going to get pushed right. You don't know if you're going to be able to win. It's hard. It's very difficult. And so that's why our people are always bringing the issue up, because it's thrown in our face 24/7. All the freaking time. I'm telling you. That's why I say, man, I knew she wasn't going to win, but, you know, seeing the girl, and what's even bogus, they keep having her parents sitting front row. Every time, and she done lost in front of her folks. I'm like, why do they do this? I'm like, what's the whole, like, I'm telling you, man, this is why I call the wrestling industry, especially WWE, I call them a bunch of white supremacists, because this is how they get down. I don't give a crap what you got to say. This is what I call them, because this is what they be on. They be on that bull crap. We always bringing our folks, and they got to sit front row, and then we always taking the air. I'm like, it's a joke. So when everybody talk about should they add Bianca to the to make it a triple threat, I'm sitting up and saying I don't know, because if they do, who's to say she lose again? and end up taking the pinfall on the biggest thing. I'm like, I don't want to see that. I'm tired of seeing our folk go to these big pay-per-views just to lose all the time. I don't want to see that bull crap. I'm not trying to see that bull crap. No disrespect to the non-black wrestlers, but still, I'm not trying to see our people always on the show coming there just to take the money, as I say when it's talking about professional sport. Coming there, yeah, that's basically it. We just coming there to get a paycheck. That's it. We, look good, make the other guys look good, but you're going to take the L. That's what I say, man. It's so frustrating, man, when it comes to our wrestlers. I'm serious. Very frustrating. So, anyway, we move on to the next match. And yeah, like I say, Charlotte, she declared that she won't Rhea at WrestleMania. Which I don't care nothing about that, because I don't even care about Charlotte, to tell you the truth. So that's a match that I could care less about. So if they do that route and Bianca's not at it, I'm not gonna care. I'm not. And and knowing these idiots, they gonna probably throw her in that garbage Moolah Battle Royal where that crap is a waste of time, and they'll probably have Bianca win. And where does the person that win it go? Nowhere. That's why I said, man, I can't. I told you, man, I just can't with WWE. I can't. I try to watch NXT, but I know how they get down. It's a sad joke, man. So anyway, the tag team championship match, the Wrestle Bro, whatever they call themselves, Peter Dunne and Matt Riddle versus Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, and they came out clowning them, talk about how much would a fish fry if Bobby Fish, just some retarded stuff. So anyway, this match was pretty decent. It was a pretty good match. I thought Undisputed was gonna retain, but they didn't. By Peter Dunne and Peter Dunne and Matt Riddle won. Yeah, I can say at this point, I can say, knowing how they keep treating Bianca Belair, I kind of wasn't really into the match, but the match was pretty good. But I was like, okay, because I just assumed that Undisputed Era was gonna win, but they said no, we're gonna give you a good moment, and so the Broskis, or whatever you want to call themselves, they won. So we get to the main event. Now this was the shock of the night. And I'm not talking about the reason. I knew that Tommaso wasn't winning. So the main event, Tommaso Ciampa versus Adam Cole, baby, for the NXT Championship. Now, match started off slow, but the fellas, they gave us another classic. And I knew it was going to be a whole lot of interferences. So Undisputed Era came out there doing everything they could to try to help Adam Cole win. Referee magically gets knocked out. You know the script. You know how it works. He gets knocked out. Tommaso Ciampa does the move, gets the pinfall, and the referee ain't nowhere in sight. So Undisputed Era come out there, do what they need to do, but it's not enough. So out the woodwork, Johnny comes out there. So you thinking, okay, Johnny coming out there to save the day. But Johnny went to grab the title. Tommaso went to grab the title. And they kind of playing a tug of war. He pulls it from him. And Tommaso thinking, okay, I know you want me to win it the right way. The man bashes him across the head. I said, oh no. Johnny the roles have switched. So this only means one thing. We're getting a triple threat going into the WrestleMania season. It's going to be Cole versus Tommaso versus Johnny Gargano for the NXT Championship. And that's what Tommaso is going to win. So that's my review. I gave the show an 8 out of 10. Once again, takeovers is always great. Like I say, they got me in my feelings on Bianca's situation. I knew she wasn't going to win, but it's just 0-4. You got her parents sitting out there, man. I'm like, it's like I say, man, it's very difficult to get behind the black wrestlers because we're not gonna get pushed right. And I see everybody clowning my girl on Twitter, CM Smiley, and she's speaking nothing but facts. She said, our people, we only get the mid-card titles. Like, we can't never get the main event titles. And people be like, well, y'all should be happy about it. Forget that bull crap. Y'all know dang well the wrestling's always been a white supremacist company. It's always been, because it's been dominated by, white men. So, it's sad that our people had to keep bringing these issues up, but this is what we had to deal with. So, that's my NXT TakeOver Portland review. Y'all get in the comment section. Y'all tell me how you feel about the whole situation. I'm out.